starring Lee Marvin.
This is the road leading from Joliet Prison to Chicago. Russ Mortell had been released on parole just 3 hours ago. An educated man, the black sheep in a family of college professors. He completed a 10-year sentence for robbery. He was in a hurry to make up for lost time.
Chicago? Hop right in. Thank you.
I don't understand, Mr. Manning. You're going to teach at this school and you don't know anyone there?
Well, you see, I was engaged by correspondence on the basis of my experience. Private schools do it that way occasionally. I've been teaching in St. Louis the past 6 years.
That's very interesting. You're going to teach English, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I used to teach.
Oh, really? What school was that?
The Joliet School for Problem Children.
Problem children? Well, that was no bed of roses.
No, Mr. Manning. Let's stop right here.
Listen, what do you think you're doing?
I want your car. Pull over.
Say, give me back those keys and get out of this car.
About 2 months later, I had a problem. My name is Frank Ballinger, Detective Lieutenant, M Squad, a special detail of the Chicago Police. My headache was bank robberies, 2 in a row, and strangely similar because of the hold-up notes.
Let's run over what we've got. 2 branches of the Lakeshore Guarantee Trust heisted in 3 weeks. Both small, both in the suburbs. Same neatly printed notes used in each one.
Well, this is a hold-up. Hand over the cash, keep quiet, and you will live. You know, it reminds me of when I was a kid, the druggist down on the corner. The way he used to print the labels on the medicine bottles. Neat, precise.
Meaning the man we want has some education.
Well, it could be. The teller said that he didn't talk like a hood, and then he uses words like non-negotiable securities, banknotes.
College man?
They've done it before. Yeah, and then there's the pencil.
Oh, that's not evidence.
It was found on the floor in front of the teller's cage. We've got to know everybody that was in the bank that day.
Frank, a pencil.
Look, it says St. Maron's School for Boys right on it.
St. Maron's probably buys thousands of those pencils every year.
Sure. But who dropped this one?
Okay. So some St. Maron's kid takes the pencil home with him. His old man borrows it, lends it to a neighbor. Neighbor makes a deposit in the bank and drops the pencil.
Yeah. But we got to check it out. We don't have anything else, do we?
Nothing.
And I'll phone the school for an appointment. The captain was right. In a short life, an average pencil can change hands a dozen times or more and travel to as many places. But in my business, when you have only one lead, you follow it up. That sent me to St. Maron's School for Boys on the north side. That's about as exclusive as you can get. I asked for Dr. Carter, the headmaster, and was told to wait.
Let's have a school play this year that is well rehearsed. No stumbling boys or muttering boys. Mr. Edwards here will help you.
Certainly, Dr. Carter. I'll be glad to show him the ropes.
I feel badly about arriving a whole week after you expected me.
Oh, don't apologize, Mr. Manning. I blame the flu for catching the man. Oh, the man who's waiting outside, will you send him in?
You're very kind about my illness.
Ah, Mr. Manning, we're delighted to have you with us at St. Maron's. After all, better a week late than never, hmm?
Oh, Dr. Carter?
Come in, Lieutenant. Now, why on earth would the police call me about a pencil?
Well, we'd appreciate your cooperation.
Of course, of course. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll see you at lunch. Don't wait for me, but save me some of the roast. Come in, Lieutenant. Sit down, won't you?
Thank you.
I cannot understand this visit by the police.
Well, we try to check on everything, even pencils. This one was found at the bank that was robbed.
I'm afraid none of my boys are that gifted.
We're not sure that the bandit dropped it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. The whole school has access to these, and there are over 200 boys in the student body. These pencils may not teach the boys to spell properly, but they are not used for robberies.
Supposing the pencil is involved, how would it fall into a criminal's hands unless there was some connection?
But we have no such connection.
Was there been any theft of stationery in recent weeks? I mean, robbery by an outsider?
No, we've had no robbery. So the clue of the commonplace pencil is a dud.
Well, I guess so, but we try to be sure.
I understand. The pencil has no point.
Thank you. That's routine, checking out the smallest detail. The pencil had a dozen plausible explanations. It could be forgotten now in a school, too. All we had to go on now was a man who printed words better than a hood, who spoke like an educated person.
You can read. Get busy. I haven't got all day.
It's a holdup!
Stay where you are, all of you.
I saw it all happen. I saw it. The hold-up man walked, just a few steps past Mr. Edwards, and then he stopped and stared at him for 2-3 seconds, and then he fired twice, and, poor Mr. Edwards fell. It was just terrible.
Well, Miss Hilton, what we're getting at is why the killer shot Edwards. Why not one of the other customers?
Well, I don't know. I've never been in one of these things before.
Well, did Edwards try to stop the robbery in some way?
No, but he looked at the hold-up man. He seemed surprised, sort of.
Why did Edwards seem surprised, sort of?
Well, I really don't know. He just looked that way.
Well, what did he do to show surprise?
Well, I can't exactly put it into words. It's like you can't believe it's the first of the month, but it really is.
Huh?
Because the bills come in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Hilton. You've been a great deal of
Oh,
help.
well, I hope so. You know, I did see it all happen. I saw all of
Thank
it.
you. We'll call you if we need you.
It's not much to go on.
Well, I don't know. Suppose Edwards did know the man.
No, it's just her guess.
It's the same guy from the other bank job. The hold-up note proves that. Now, Edwards takes us back to the school again. Could be one of the employees.
You're reaching, Frank. The guard shot him in the shoulder. We're stuck unless some doctor reports treating a gunshot wound.
Suppose he treats it himself.
Well, it's possible. Edwards only saw the man's eyes. The witnesses report that the rest of the man's face was covered.
You know, when you know somebody, you know him by his eyes. The rest doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edwards was killed to shut his mouth. Yeah. A pencil and a teacher from the same school, each involved in a different bank holdup. It was slim, very slim, but there could be some connection. I had to try again at the school whether the headmaster liked it or not.
Poor Edwards. I was terribly shocked at his death. He's been with us quite a long time. Excellent teacher.
I'd like to question the school personnel.
What on earth for? Edwards was killed at the bank, not here.
Well, it's possible he might have told some of his friends something.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't permit that, questioning everyone here. It's like a mystery novel. Some of the boys might never recover.
Dr. Carter, a man has been killed, and the bank guard may die, too.
But I don't see how that involves the school.
Well, we think that Edwards recognized the bandit.
I still say that doesn't involve the school. You know, I think you're pursuing another pencil. I will not have St. Mary's dragged into these sordid crimes.
Dr. Carter, I can talk to them quietly here, have them brought down to headquarters.
We shouldn't like that, of course.
Of course. Now, did Edwards have any close personal friends on the staff?
No, we're all good friends here, but come to think of it, he did spend a good deal of time with Manning in the first semester.
Manning?
Excellent record at Tremblay School in St. Louis. Edwards oriented him to Chicago and St. Mary's.
Well, where can I find Manning?
He's just finishing an English class in room 3.
Thank you. Room 3.
There was an atmosphere about St. Mary's, a tradition that you couldn't help but respect. For almost 75 years, it had been a prep school for boys from Chicago's leading families. In winter or in spring, you'd never think of it as a background for crime, but I had to. Mr. Manning's class was still in session, so I waited.
That'll be all for now. Tomorrow we'll discuss in detail what we've gone over today. Class dismissed.
Mr. Manning?
That's correct.
I'm Lieutenant Ballinger of the Chicago Police.
Oh? Oh, yes. I suppose it's about poor Edwards?
Yes. Did he ever talk to you about any of his friends?
Well, he did tell me he had a mother in Cleveland.
Did he ever mention knowing anyone with a criminal record?
Goodness, no. He was quite close-mouthed, actually. Talked very little about himself.
Not suspicious about anyone?
Not to me.
Well, we think that Edwards recognized the bandit.
Well, from what I've heard of the tragedy, I'd agree with you. Why don't you talk with some of the other teachers who have known him longer?
Well, I intend to. Oh, Mr. Manning, if you happen to think of anything, don't hesitate to call me.
I'll do that. But I'm quite certain...
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, did I hurt you, Mr. Manning?
No, it's nothing at all. Just a touch of bursitis in my shoulder.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. Good day.
We put a lot of hours into that manhunt, checking on men just out of prison as well as known criminals at large. Men whose histories were like the bandit we were looking for. We took detectives off other cases. It was slow, plodding work. Whenever we thought we had a lead, it washed out. I was bushed. Well, we just checked out all the employees of the school. Kitchen help, gardeners, waiters, janitors. They all look clean so far.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Oh, on prison releases, you can forget Russ Mortel.
Russ Mortel.
I just got a call. Some kids playing in a field found a half-buried body yesterday. Somebody broke his head just after he got out of Joliet. Taught school there, you know.
Never heard of him.
Springfield put him away about 10 years ago for armed robbery. He was hitchhiking this way.
You know I'm close to something, and I just can't put my finger on it.
Why don't you give it a rest, Frank? Get some sleep.
You know, that guy's holed up at that school knocking off banks and laughing at us. None of the regular stoolies have spotted him, so I say he's from out of town. Boy, would I like to take that school apart.
Why?
Hmm?
Why?
You know, maybe you're right. I guess I do need some sleep. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. 3 days later, and I was worrying as hard as I was thinking. Any minute, another bank might be knocked off, and all we had was a school pencil and a school teacher shot down in cold blood. I couldn't tie them into anything. So I went back to the eyewitness to see if she could visualize the murder again.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm sure that I've told you everything, though. Oh, it's just so terribly vivid still, the man in the mask.
No, it was a muffler. He pulled it up.
Well, it masked his face.
Yes. You know, sometimes when you close your eyes, you can see things that you didn't notice before.
I know, but I've done that.
I'd appreciate it if you tried it for me again.
All right.
Now, when Edwards saw the bandit...
Let's see. He was going towards the door, and they seemed to exchange glances. That's why I said they'd recognized each other.
Yes.
The shots were fired, and the poor man fell, and it was just an impression, maybe a flash of light.
And what was a flash of light?
A piece of string.
String?
I have a feeling there was a piece of string hanging from the bandit's coat pocket and that Mr. Edwards saw it. Yes, that's the way it was.
You sure?
A piece of string.
Piece of string? Well, couldn't you get her to be more specific?
Look, I did everything except get her to draw a picture. She'd never seen a guy killed before, so naturally she was rattled. But she did say before Edwards was killed that he seemed to notice this piece of string in the guy's pocket.
That's a great clue.
Looks like string, huh? Loops of string.
Bell wire? It's too stiff for string.
Not some of the radio and TV wires that I've seen. They're soft and pliable. But why would a guy carry a piece of wire in his pocket?
I don't know. Depends on what he's using it for.
Hey, it's possible.
What?
No, Joe across the street at the beanery.
Joe across the street at the beanery can stay there. He raised his prices again. But what's that got to do with it?
Harry, you know the guy that brings us the coffee, Joey Walsh. Would you have him come up, please?
Are you the fellows that want the cost? Now, look, if you're going to complain about the prices, I can't help the cost of things.
No, we want to see about something else, Joe. So now, this is wire, but again, it looks like string.
What are you getting at?
What is it, Frank?
How long you been hard of hearing, Joe?
Oh, about 5 years.
You always worn your hearing aid like that?
Yeah, why?
Oh, I see.
Hey, what's the idea?
Tell me all about it, Joe. You know how it feels, what it's like.
Sometimes it's darn handy. People start running off with the mouth too much, I just go off the air. I turn down the volume. This is the volume. Silence. It's wonderful.
You gotta be turned on, otherwise you don't hear anything, huh?
Oh.
When you're turned off, you don't hear anything?
Nothing clear, just noises. When people whisper, I've got to turn it up. Like when my kids sit around and talk normally the way we're talking now. Then they decide to give me a rough time. And they get softer and softer until all they're doing is moving their lips. I turn the volume up and up. And then somebody shouts at me, "You hear me, Pop?" I jump about 6 feet out of my chair.
Okay, thanks a million, Joe.
Thanks. It's really a wonderful machine. Once it broke when I dropped the thing. Couldn't hear the wife for a whole week.
Now, wait a minute. Don't jump to conclusions.
Yeah, but maybe the guy was wearing a hearing aid, and Edwards was trying to draw attention to it.
All right. A teacher at the school wears a hearing aid. So what?
Yeah, new teacher, very new.
A couple 100,000 people wear those things.
You know, he was hired through an exchange of letters. And if they'd never seen him before...
You use sugar?
Yeah, that's... Say, what was the name of that guy they found the other day?
Huh?
You know, the con that was found dead in the field?
Oh, Russ Mortel.
Yeah, Mortel. You know, he was quite an educated man. He used to, teach school at Joliet.
Oh, Frank, that's a wild hunch. You've got the meeting on a highway. Mortel kills Manning, takes his name and his job. All right, you tell me why.
Why as a criminal? Do we have a mugshot of Mortel?
Well, he was never convicted in this town, but I'll see what I can do.
It said it was bursitis. That's a pain in the shoulder. In the shoulder right where a guard put a slug.
Oh, Frank, that's too neat, too pat.
No, Edwards could have recognized him by his eyes, maybe his clothes, a hearing aid or something. And then Manning admitted it by firing those 2 shots.
All right, I'll call headquarters in the prison and see if I can get Mortel's pictures.
You know, it all fits. Everything leads back to that school, and tell me a better hiding place. Dr. Carter, please, Lieutenant Ballinger. Dr. Carter, I know this sounds like an odd question, but did you ever see a photograph of Manning before you hired him?
No, I did not. We were engaging a teacher, not a beauty contest winner. And another thing, Lieutenant, your men and their questions have been upsetting our quiet routine.
Just one more question about Manning.
I'm extremely annoyed with him. He's taking a leave of absence after today's classes. Going to St. Louis to see his doctor. It's his bursitis, very painful, but now I have to find another teacher.
Thank you, Doctor. Captain?
Oh, we'll have those mug shots tomorrow
It'll
morning.
be too late.
What?
Manning is taking a leave of absence starting today.
So?
So, don't you see? It's right in the middle of a term. He's jeopardizing his job. Doesn't make sense.
Huh, maybe he's sick.
I'll be his doctor. I'll be out at St. Mary's. Hello, Mr. Manning.
Hello.
I just stopped by to see you.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I have a class. My last for today in a very few moments.
Well, this will just take a second. You know, you could do me a small favor.
No? What is it?
Well, it's about my sister.
Your sister?
Yeah, well, you see, she's hard of hearing, and, well, I've been trying to talk her into wearing a hearing aid, but you know how women are.
Well, I can recommend these very highly.
Still hear me now.
Lieutenant, my class is about to begin.
You didn't bother to turn up the volume when I started to whisper.
This is a very sensitive instrument. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I want you to come downtown with me.
What for?
I want you to explain why you're wearing a hearing aid that you don't need. You didn't think you'd get away with it, did you, Mortel?
Don't reach for that gun.
You know, your fingerprints are going to tell us that you killed the real teacher. Also that you killed Edwards.
Stay where you are, cop. Right where you are.
Hey, let's go. Come on.
Be seated, boys. No, Whitelaw. One moment, please. Boys, we have a distinguished marksman with us today. Lieutenant Ballinger of the police department. The lieutenant has kindly consented to show us his gun. A police special.
Don't you think that'd be a little dangerous in here?
Not if you unload it. I'm sure you wouldn't want any of the boys to get hurt. Please. Now, if you'll give it to Whitelaw. Whitelaw? Thank you. All right, Lieutenant. I'm being generous, cop. You're my protection. Walk ahead of me.
You boys stay in here. This man's dangerous.
Go on, open that door.
I've got my men out front.
You came alone. I saw you pull up. Head for the side gate. Don't try that again.
Russ Mortel didn't go back to teaching school at Joliet. This time he went to the death house at Stateville. The smartest crook usually makes a stupid mistake, like not learning to use a hearing aid. For all his education, his gift for words, there were two words Mortel could never understand. They were the words law and order.